I can't believe I did that. Ugh. Hey everyone, it's Desi Cheng, and this right here is the Nanuk-R 935 Pro Photo Roller Case, and it is one of my new favorite cases that I have so far. Full disclosure, Nanuk did send me this case to review. However, everything I'm going to be telling about is going to be based on my honest opinion. They did not pay me for this video. They don't get a chance to preview the video before I publish it. However, I do get to keep all of the bags and cases. In this video, I will do a crush test. I will show you how I pack this thing out. I'll also show you how this integrates with the rest of the Nanuk system. And I'll briefly run through all of the features. And at the very end, I'll hopefully help you decide whether this case is going to be right for you or not. Now, I have taken this case on 4 flights. And I've used it on multiple shoots, so I feel like I have enough real-world experience and hands-on experience for me to give you a fair, honest opinion. So let's start out with the crush test. So now we're gonna take my Toyota 4Runner and drive over it, and let's see if it survives. So I don't have a pretty Nanuk case anymore. Hopefully maybe Nanuk will send me a new one. But yeah, I'm actually very, very shocked about this because after reviewing the footage and seeing that one frame of this thing being absolutely crushed and it looked like it was gonna explode, looking at it right now, there's no physical or there's no major damage. Nothing is broken, nothing is dented to the structural part of the case. Yes, it is scratched like hell. It is scuffed. It's been dragged underneath my car. Yes, there's marks on it, but nothing is broken. And all of the latches, the handles, the wheels, everything is 100% intact. When I opened and closed the lid, I thought maybe like, oh, it's gonna be off. It's 100%. So really, it's just the marks, the scratches that have been, made to this case. But I am shocked because, when you review that one frame again, it looks like it got dented in. And when you're just looking at it, this thing is flat. So everything popped back out to maintain its structural integrity. And yeah, I can use this 100% as my, I can just still use it as is. That just got a lot of battle scars on it. Now I did notice one thing on the inside that was marked. Now I did notice one small little mark just in the top part of the foam, a small little nick right there, but that's about it. That's the only thing that I noticed when I opened this case up. So, wow, this thing is pretty much almost indestructible. Great job, Nanuk. So there we go. It has passed the crush test. That was an extreme condition. I mean, most of the times, it might just fall off a table or something, but this got ran over by a car and it survived. So great job. So let's do a pack out using this case. Normally I have my primary camera actually in my backpack. I'm using the Nanuk NPVD 30 liter. I have some of my other primes in there, but this is kind of like my supplementary case that I bring with me for anything extra that I need. That's what I've been using it primarily for. Now, at the very back right here of the lid organizer, there is space that you can actually fit a laptop in there. However, I choose not to, just because I don't want things to get, too crushed. It is padded, which is nice. But yeah, if you had smaller, thinner items in there, you totally can pack it in there. Now, there are 3 zippered pockets right here. In this larger one, I have it filled with filters and step-up rings. That's what I have in there. This one I have empty right now, but normally I put tripod plates or anything random that I need in there. And at the bottom right here, I have a remote for my cameras. Now, looking at the bottom, so how I have it configured right now, I have my largest lens that kind of goes across. This is the 70-200 f2.8 lens. I have a 90mm macro. I have a 16-35 f2.8. I have a 135 lens right here. I have a 35 1.4, I have a 24 millimeter 1.4, and a 14 millimeter lens in there. And the last thing I have is a V-mount battery from Small Rig. And now here is a different configuration using this case as my primary case and not using a backpack. So I do have both my cameras in here as well as my main primes, but I have my 70-200 with a tripod plate at the bottom right here. In this thin slot, I'd have my card pouch and the lens cloth. Blower just randomly slotted in there. This is my Sony a7R5 with a 24-70 millimeter attached to it. I can also turn it this way if I wanted to create a little bit more space, but it does, the body does jut out a little bit, just like I have with my a7 IV right here. But because I don't have these pouches crammed with too much stuff, it actually is fine, and I've tested it many times with it, and it's okay to stick out a little bit. Over here I have my 16-35, I have my 35 1.4, my 50 mil 1.4, and this right here is my 85 1.8. So again, this is just a showing you how, you know, I would configure this if I were to use this as my main primary case. Here comes my only criticism of this case, and it actually has to do with this foam liner as opposed to the actual hard shell itself. And it has to do with the wheel well right here. There's not very much padding right here, so I feel like they could have beefed up the padding on here, because you could tell that it's kind of a little bit harder. It's really, really thin on the padding. So as another option from Nanuk, you can get these n-cubik packing cubes. This is the 13M, and you do have to punch in these corners, just fold them in just to make room for those wheels. And this one is right here is the n-cubik S. This one is the smaller version. And this actually comes with a shoulder strap, so you could just kind of bring this out and bring this as a small little camera bag. But yeah, once you kind of open them up, you have this nice padded area. Offers a little, definitely more protection in the wheels compared to the previous foam liner. And the other difference about this one is actually has these padded dividers. Actually, they are very, very flexible. So if you had really awkward shaped items, you could definitely mold it to the shape of your item. And this triangular space here is actually meant for to provide a little bit more impact resistance, absorption. And how the cubic system works, this is the 35-liter backpack, which I've kind of emptied out. You can do multiple different configurations. So this is the 13S. So you can actually put two 13Ss stacked on top of another. And as well, if you had like this is the n-cubik T1, which I really like, you can kind of slot that above that. I don't have another 13S, but you can imagine that you just put 13S put right in there. Now, it's not really meant to have the 13S and the 13 medium in there, but you can kind of manage to figure it out. I mean, you just have to kind of put it on its side. So if I put it on this side, like so, you can kind of squish it in there. Boom. And yeah, there you have it. So now you have the 13 medium plus the 13S small, but it doesn't 100% fit the best. Or, you know, if you take this one piece out, then this would kind of fit into the 13 medium. You can kind of put it on the side, or you can put it this way, and there's still room. Maybe you want to put the T1 at the top. Definitely just different configurations that you want is possible with this cubic system. Next up, let's talk about the features. This case retails for about $410 US, but that is including the Pro Photo Kit as well as the lid organizer. It is 28.5 liters in size. It comes in 9 different colors. This one specifically is the R, which stands for recycled materials, which makes it a lot more environmentally sustainable. It's got the waterproof IP67 certification. It is shockproof. It has a nice spring-loaded top handle, which makes it very tactile, and it just feels premium to the touch. It has a release button for the handle, so you can actually operate this with one hand. Unlike the Pelican, sometimes you kind of need 2 hands to release that handle. It has 2 holes to attach locks to, auto pressure release valve, 2 power claw latches to really secure that lid, and polyurethane wheels to give it a nice silent roll. So let's wrap this up. You want to know if you should get this or not. If you are looking for a wheeled hard case, roller case, this one is the best one by far. Now I will be doing an in-depth comparison between these two later on, so make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for that. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and definitely don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Desi31.